Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be doing a tier list on the mobs in the Minecraft mob votes. Now, if you don't know what the mob votes are, it's basically when 3 random mobs are basically created by Mojang, and they let the players choose which mob they want the most, and if that mob gets the most votes, it is added into the next update. Now, if you know that some of the mobs on here are already in the game, like the Fox and the Phantom, we're getting the LA, and we've already got the Goat in here. Yes, the Goat is a mob vote mob, and so is the Frog. I'll get onto that soon. But not all the mobs that actually in the mob vote actually got into the game. Lots of them were just left in the pit to die. And some of them, I think, were actually could have been really good to the game. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing on a tier list. I'm going to be ranking them on how much of an impact they would have on Minecraft, how good they look, and how useful they are. So, let's get right into it. Starting with D tier, we have the Moonbloom. Now, the thing about the Moonbloom is, first off, I think it looks alright. I like how it's like a flower cow, so you can find it in flower fields. The problem I have with it is it looks... it's kind of similar too much to the mushroom. It just feels like it's copying the mushroom but with flowers. That's why I don't like it. It just feels too, like... basically, it's copying the mushroom, but with flowers. That's kind of all I have to say. And what the use does this actually have? It probably is a use, but I don't know any uses for it except for looking cool, and you get flowers from it. That's all I know. So that's why I rank the Moonbloom in D tier. Now we're moving on to, in my opinion, the worst mob vote mob that has ever existed, or the worst mob in the entire game. The Glow Squid. The Glow Squid is so bad. Who uses Glow Squid? Like, it's just so bad. Like, it has nothing to do with the Caves and Cliffs update, which was added in. It's just so pathetic. It looks worse than the original Squid. And that's saying a lot. The original Squid looks terrible. And something managed to look worse than it. Like, come on. It's not even that useful. Okay, oh, you want to make your item flame glow? Oh, cool. It's nothing compared to gaining a new weapon ability, Eye Soldier. We'll get to that later. And, yeah, it's just so bad. It's definitely the worst mob added to the game. And I'm just... the fact that it actually won the mob vote, just... why? What was everyone thinking? They were out of their minds. This is such a bad mob. And it deserves to die. So I'm ranking it in D, in the pits of hell. Next we have the LA. Now, the reason the LA is in D tier is because it's not good. Okay, it could have been amazing, but the reason it's in D tier is because it only picks up items on the floor. So basically, the whole point of the LA is if you give it something, it will try to find that thing. But the bad thing about it is it has to be on the floor first. So if you give it a diamond, yeah, you're not really going to get anything. One use I will say is if you want to steal off someone. Let's say they've dropped diamonds on the floor to do something which is really dumb of someone to do. That would be a Grayson thing to do. You could give the ally a diamond to pick up those diamonds, I guess. That'd actually be really funny to use on Grayson. Just saying. I could do that as a video on the new world, but the chances of that are just so unlikely. I'm more likely to become a billionaire than that. So yeah, that's why I rank it in D tier. It's not that useful, and it's outclassed so much. Next, in C tier, we have the Frogs. Now, the Frogs have actually been added into the game in 1.19, but they did used to be in the mob vote. They're actually the first mob that lost in the mob vote to come to the game. Are they useful? Except for that new block, I forgot the name of it. Other than that, I don't find it useful. I mean, they eat slimes. Good to use if you're making a house in a mangrove swamp. These guys are going to eat up the little slimes that pollute the area, but they don't eat the big slimes, so yeah, that's its flaw. I guess they're kind of cute, but they look more derpy than anything. But they're definitely not as derpy as the fox, and we'll get to on that soon. But frogs, aside from just adding variety to the swamp, I don't think they're that good. I will give it, I will give it that. It does add variety. That's it, really. So yeah, that's why I put the frogs in C tier. Next we have the ostrich. I don't know much about this, but I know if it gets scared, it puts its head in the floor, which kind of looks cool. Other than that, I just don't see anything in this mob. Now, a mob I did actually forget to put into this is the termites. I'll talk about them, since they were in the same biome, though, as the termites. The termites, basically, they're going to be a new savanna tree. And basically, the termites would live in, like, little, I'm going to call them hives. I don't know. I just don't really know. I'll probably, when I edit this, I'll just put over what it's actually called. But anyway, and basically what they would do is they would eat that tree, like they do in real life. Which is kind of cool. It adds some real life into it. I mean, it's nothing to do with the ostrich, so I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I would put the termites in the same tier as ostrich. But aside from ducking its head in the fall, the ostrich really doesn't do anything. At least not to my knowledge, so that's why I'm going to put it in C tier. Yeah, the wonderful C tier. Next we have the copper golem. Now, the copper golem is just extremely cute, but it's not that useful. I mean, it presses random buttons and levers when it's near them. Now, this could be a cool thing to use with redstone, although it does oxidize after a while, which I think is really cool. But do you really want someone to be randomly pressing buttons? Like, really? As well as, like, there's so many other ways to do farms without having to do anything. You should see the Minecraft guide. We have loads of those. So that's why I'm putting it in C tier. Although it does look pretty cool. I forgot how you actually find these guys. Don't you? Do you make them, or? I honestly don't know. Now, let's move up to B tier, or mid tier. We have Mob C. Yeah, Mob C looks quite weird. It looks like what it would do is it would open its mouth, maybe, and snap you, to the looks of it. I'm not even sure. But it does look pretty cool, I'll give it that. And it could be used, if it was linked to redstone, maybe, it could be used very well. But apart from that, it's not really, you know, that useful. But I will give it B tier because of its design. And it could be pretty cool in the game. Like, imagine that. You just walk into, like, a cave or something and you see that. That'd be kind of cool. Next we have the vulture. Now, what this vulture does is, first of all, it's a mesa biome mob. Like, yes, please. And basically, when you die, this flies around your items. That could be very good if you've lost your items and you want to try and find them. Now, I'm pretty sure originally it was supposed to take your items, but no. Anyway, so yeah, that's what it really does. Pretty sure if they were going to add the vulture, they'd add a new cacti, which is cool. Yeah, I give it mid-tier because, first of all, it looks pretty good. What they should have made it do is it's like, I know, like, you don't get, like, when a mob dies, it just disappears. Actually, no, never mind. Right, let's move on to the fox. Yes, the derpiest mob in the game, the fox. I kind of like this guy. I give him a B because First of all, his uses, I don't really like his uses. I mean, all he does is just hold an item in his mouth. That's like the only real proper thing he does. But I will say this, some of the things he does is, some of the things they do is very cool. Like, first of all, when they hunt, and they're about to kill a chicken or something, they jump in the air and kill it. That's cool. I really like that. I like how you have to tame them with berries, because they're an omnivore. They look kind of cute if derpy, but I think they're very cool to add to the tiger biomes, which is why I rate them in B tier. Next, we have the meerkat. Now, this is pretty much in B tier because of how cute it looks. Now, that's just like a picture of a mod because I couldn't find the actual thing, but come on, it's a meerkat. I love meerkats. They're so cute. Like, who doesn't like meerkats? I'm not entirely sure what these guys would do, but I know that in the biome vote they were in, they were going to have palm trees, so that would be cool. Now, there's been rumours going around that 1.20 is a desert update. If so, then I wouldn't mind seeing these guys in it. So, yeah, that's why I rate them B tier, because it's literally because of how cute they look. That's literally it. Right, moving on to the glare. The Glare's actually kind of a cool mob. He's definitely the mob I wanted to win in the mob vote. Because its use is actually definitely better than the other two mobs in that mob vote. Basically, when it goes to a dark area, it senses if it's dark enough for monsters to spawn, like zombies and skeletons. Now, that use could be very good if you're mining out a base underground and you want to light up an area. It gives you an idea of where to light up so you don't waste torches putting them on every single block in the room. Yeah. I feel like this could be just so good. It could probably, like, save you and stuff. It could save your life. Knowing that where mobs can spawn is really good, if not overpowered. So, also, if this was to be in the game, I'd have a guess, but you'd find it in lush caves, by the looks of it, anyway. That would be cool. Yeah, it's a good mob. I wish it won. So, yeah, let's go on to A tier. Now, in A tier we have Mob A, or the Blaze King. I'm sorry, but this looks amazing. Like, even without colour, this looks so cool. Like, it could have been a new boss. Like, it's also a new Nether mob. And a boss, maybe. I don't know if it'd be a boss, but still. It'd be a really cool mob to add to the Nether Fortress to make them more scarier than they already were. This design is really cool. It's like a king. Maybe it'd be like a... Well, yeah, it'd be the boss of the blazes, maybe. If you killed so many blazes, maybe it spawns in, or you have to spawn it in with blaze rods. I don't know. It'd be a really good mob to add to the game. Really cool looking. It'd be a Nether mob, so yeah, that's where I rate it in A tier. Next, we have this thing. I have no idea what the heck it is, but it looks amazing. I'm sorry, but just look at that. It pulls you in. Bear in mind, this isn't an aquatic mob. It pulls you in. Like, that's so cool. Like, I mean, there's not many dangers in the water except from drowns. And they're just kind of meh. But this thing could have been so cool. Actually, now I think about it, water dangers, there's something called Guardians. But you can easily avoid their things, so it's not really that hard, is it? Mind fatigue. Anyway, this thing is so cool. It should have been added. Although, I do think it is as good as the Blaze King and the Phantom, so I'm having a hard time thinking if it's better than the other two. But yeah, that's why I rate it in A tier. Next, we actually have the Phantom. Now, you're probably going to be surprised I put it in A tier, but the reason I put it in A tier because it's so cool. It has a cool mechanic. One of the most unusual mechanics, actually. Like, it basically punishes you for not sleeping, which I think is cool. First reactions to this of like new players is always fun to watch. First time I witnessed the Phantom attacking me, I was scared because it flies down at you and just bites you. I guess it actually does a decent amount of damage. Like I'm pretty sure it can two-shot you in like hard mode. So that's why I put the Phantom in 8 here. Next we have the Goat. Now the Goat has had such a massive impact on Minecraft as a whole. Like it's one of the most popular mobs in the entire game, and I see why. It's actually really good. First of all, it rams into stuff. It spawns on mountains, so it actually, goes with the update it was added in for the mob vote. We'll get to that in a minute. More of that. That is a good note, actually. I mainly ranked these mobs of how good they were to the update and how much they, made sense with the update. I mean, you'd think I'd have the frogs a little bit higher, but if they weren't added to this mangrove swamp update 1.19, then I maybe would have put them in D tier. But because they are added to 1.19, where there's a mangrove swamp, I put them in D tier. Anyway, back to the Goat. It gives you a goat horn when it rams into a solid block, and you can use that goat horn to basically mimic the Illager raid siren type thing, horn, whatever, which is really cool. You could use it if you're summoning a battle on a person. If you're raiding someone's base, that could scare them. They could think that there's a pillager raid going on. Just a cool mob in general. It's related to the sheep, so it's like a sheep variant technically. So yeah, that's why I rate it an 8 here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the best mob that I have just ever witnessed. It's the Iceologer. Mojang, you wasted so much potential. This is so good. Okay, first of all, it is a snowy cliffs mob. So it spawns on mountains, caves and cliffs. Boom! Easily goes with the update. Easily just is better than it already is. And we've not even gone through its mechanics first. So basically what the Iceologer does is it mimics the Evoker's spell thing. But instead of summoning fangs and vexes, it summons a massive ice cube type thing and it slams it on your face. First of all, a really cool attack. Now, these guys are in Minecraft dungeons at least, so that's good. At least they're in a Minecraft. But they really could have made the game so much better if they were added. The Caves and Cliffs update would be 10 times better if these guys were in it. First of all, it'd actually be a hostile mob in the Caves and Cliffs. As you know, because of the warden being delayed, this guy Caves and Cliffs actually had no hostile mobs, which in my opinion is a crime. You've got to have a hostile mob at least once in an update. You have to. Which is why I think this guy totally should have won and totally should have beaten that stupid glow squid. Seriously. Iceologer could have been the best mob in the game. In fact, I think it would have been one of the best mobs in the game. One of the most popular. It could replace witches in raids, which is my dream come true. I hate those stupid witches and I hope they die. And, Also, we're not even coming to its drops. This thing drops one of the best things ever. It basically drops its wand, and with that wand, you can basically do its attack. You can slam ice cubes on people. How is that not a cool item? How would you not want that? Imagine how good that would be in PvP to stall someone. Also, I'm pretty sure the ice cubes give you a freeze effect or slowness. Imagine the amount of just, what's the word for it? I've forgotten the word for it anyway. It could make PvP so much better. Just in all shape or form. Why, Mojang, did you not add this mob? You need to add it now. Seriously. Could have added so much potential, that's the word, potential. To do so much with this mob. Yet you had to choose a glow screen instead. Yeah, not a proud moment. Anyway, that comes to the end of my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry if this is like a long episode. I'm not even sure how long this has been going on for. Yeah. I hope you like the tier lists. If you do, please like and subscribe and ask for more. Then I'll start to make a series on tier lists. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.